Well, I woke up to this morning. A lot of wind. I really should have read the weather forecast yesterday. There's the bike parked down there. And there's the sea thrashing about over there. Yeah, it's all very nice. I mean, it's not cold, which is a good thing. But it's really windy and forecast rain from about lunchtime, something like that. Yeah, so I booked myself into this little hotel. It's a tiny little box room last night because I'd done like 10 hours of riding or whatever it was, and it was very dark when I got over into Greece, so I thought, get myself into a little hotel. And when I was in bed, I was just kind of Googling the ferry times from, I think it's called Minitsa, which is right over on the west coast of Greece, just underneath Albania. Googling the ferry times and everything over to Italy, so Brindisi. So I booked a ferry for tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It's about 600-ish kilometers, 650 kilometers from here. And I thought, oh, that's nothing, that's great. But then, just before I went to sleep, I decided to look at the weather forecast. I should have done that way before I booked the ferry, only to find out that it's kind of storm winds this morning. About lunchtime it's going to rain for the rest of the day. Tomorrow's weather is great, but I can't stay here for another day and cover 600 kilometers first thing in the morning. I'll need to be at the ferry port for probably 12 o'clock, I would have thought. At the latest, my ferry goes at 2. And I booked a non-transferable, non-refundable, non-everything ticket, basically the cheapest I could get. It's about £62 or something. So I've got to cover half the distance today. So the rain's supposed to start about lunchtime. I think, what time is it now? It's 8 o'clock now. So I'm going to put on my waterproof jacket and just hit the road and get as far as I can before the rain starts. I mean, to be honest, it looks like it's going to start any moment, but that's because the sea's thrashing about. But like I say, it's not cold, so it'll be fine riding. Just go a bit slower on the motorway, I think, because these winds are pretty hefty. Okay, we're heading out. It's a bloody big drop though, isn't it, there? I am so warm, so I've got my waterproofs on as well. Ready for the rain, which I hope never comes, but it probably will because it's forecast to do so. But it's muggy and warm, and I just want to get onto the open road now. So typically part of my bad planning was that I don't really get to see much of this place because I need to get over to Minitsa.
So I'm going to see how far I get. See how far I get before the weather decides otherwise. I don't think I'm going to do the whole trip today. It says 6 hours and 13 minutes. 6 hours and 12 minutes, wow. I'm getting there fast. 618 kilometers, so I could be there by 5 to 3. I mean, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I guess if I did the majority of the ride today, it all depends on weather. It really does. If I do the majority of the ride today, then it means that I'll have a whole day off riding tomorrow, because I will be get up in the morning, have some breakfast, get myself to the ferry port, and then I've got a whole 7 hours on the ferry. So a day off riding, find a campsite over in DC. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Oh, this is where I ate last night. In this little place with the kind of, yeah, right there. It's nice. Very nice. But here we go. Day 2. We've got a toll post here. I think it's like €1. Oh no, €1.20 this one. Big bucks today. It's like £1.20, isn't it? Less than that. It's about £1. Or is it equal? I don't know at the moment. What's the euro looking like? I couldn't tell you. Thank you. Here we go. There's not many cars on the road today. It's always so, like when you go and fill petrol and they have all these different card machines for the, you put your card into one of them and then they tell you, you put your pin in and they tell you that there was something wrong with that, and then they give you another one, and you just feel like you're being ripped off. And so you go onto your banking app, and it shows that the amount has been taken 2 times somehow. And this has never happened before. Well, actually it has happened before, but somehow I've managed to lose my bank card. It doesn't matter, I've got 2 credit cards with me. It must have been at the last petrol station where I thought I was getting ripped off. Now we're getting a bit of rain. I think I should probably stop somewhere and put my rain trousers on. This looks like it might be here to stay for a little bit. Possibly. I'm certainly riding into it. Ooh, lightning. That was very cool. Desperately need to find somewhere to stop and put my waterproofs on. This looks like motorway, there's no stop, but look, that is dark, isn't it? Very dark. Maybe I should just stop. Oh my life! I'm going to stop right under this bridge. Put my waterproofs on. That is a bit of rain just came down there. I'm going to take my phone off of there. Put that in there. Now which side of my waterproofs in? That is the question. Not that side. Well done. Got to be this side then. Waterproof gloves. Waterproof trousers. Man, that was a pretty wild downfall there. I'm going to jump over there to get myself changed. Question is, that weather. This is some pretty apocalyptic weather right now. You can see the rain. It's going to wash my bike away if I'm not careful. My bike just stopped. That's not good. That's not good at all. No. got in somewhere, and he's not wanting to start. Where though? Oh, it's not good. Let's turn the headlights off. Save some battery. Please. Thank God for that. Okay, I don't know what that was all about, but while it's running, we ride. Gloves on with wet hands. That's not nice. First time I felt any kind of panic at all on this trip so far. Coming down or riding back. That was just then. Really. This bike doesn't like rain. Let's get out of here. That was some of the most horrendous weather riding I've ever done, I think. So I came back through, well, the same route that I travelled down to Turkey, actually, through Kavala. And I could see the kind of the clouds looming in the distance and a few spots of rain. And then suddenly this massive flash of lightning went across the sky. And I actually had my GoPro recording at the time. Massive flash of lightning went across the sky, and shortly after that the heavens just opened and the rain came sideways, literally sideways. I pulled in under a little motorway bridge to put my waterproof trousers on, and while I was putting them on, the bike was just being hosed down. Literally, it was like a hose on the bike, and it stalled the bike, so clearly some water managed to get into probably where the spark plugs are or something like that. I've had it once before when I cleaned the bike and I pressure washed it and it stalled it. I couldn't start it after that. But thankfully I managed to get it going, and if you can get the bike going, then, you know, even if you're not firing on all cylinders, you will create so much heat that you will evaporate the water, because it's not much water that's needed to stall a bike, really. But so I rode for a few miles with it just spluttering and popping and banging, and then it kind of cleared itself. But yeah, that was some nasty weather. You'll see it on the GoPro. It's quite apocalyptic, actually. But now the sun's out, and I'm hoping it stays like this. I'm actually just going to go and get all the way to Ingau, I think it's called. It's the ferry port where I'll be traveling from tomorrow. I'm just going to get there and park myself in a little hotel or something tonight. I'm soaked, really. I've just filled up the tank. I need to fill up once more before I get there. I'm about 300 odd kilometers away, something like that. I can feel my fingers again. It gets cold. When you're wet, you get cold really quick. So anyway, hitting the road again. I'll see you in a bit. So another quick pit stop. The wind's died down, the sun's come out. I've taken my waterproofs off so I can dry my leathers out. My other gloves are currently on the back of the bike. I don't know if you can see them. Probably not. They're there drying off at the back. Yeah, that was a bit of a thing. Didn't enjoy that much. But what do I expect? I go and do a ride traveling north through Europe. It's going to be wet, isn't it? Let's do a bit of 360 footage as well while I'm at it. Screw that on there. Insta 360. Filming everything that nobody wants to see. Comes the rain again. Ah, you bastard. That is a lot of water on the road here. I am so looking forward to getting into a hotel room. Just drying off a little bit, warming up a little bit, feeling a bit sane again. It's just starting to rain again now. See the other end as well. Yeah, and because I haven't eaten all day, I have been thinking about food so much. Oh look, there's an ancient theatre here. Archaeological museum. Lillian would love this. She would be so upset with me because every time you drive past one of those brown signposts there, it means that you've driven past some kind of archaeological or ancient ruin or something. And I've probably driven past like 100 of them in the last 2 days, if not more. So you do feel like it's kind of wasted on me in a way. But then Lillian would never sit on the back of a motorbike. She's doing her research for me, you know. Oh, you should go and look at this, or you should go and look at this. I haven't been to look at anything yet. Just literally sat in the saddle of a motorcycle. 2 whole days of riding. Yesterday was a beautiful day of riding. Today, on the other hand, was an absolute pig. you Do I ever need this? I haven't even had a coffee today. My hotel, where are you? Just looking at the roundabout apparently. Oh, so there's all the ships there. Oh man, how convenient is this?
I've never been so excited about a hotel room in all my life. I am so wet and cold and horrible, but the guys give me a great hotel room. It is exactly right opposite where all the ferries go from, so you can see the ferries over there, directly over there, and I can actually look straight down on my bike there as well. That's good. But my, I need to get my things, I need to get out of these wet things. And it looks like all the weather's clearing up now, typically after a day like that. That's the kind of day where you think, I don't know if I want to ride anymore, that was too much. Anyway, before I start getting comfortable, I need to get all my stuff and bring it up here. But, oh, I've arrived, thank God. Massive TV for a hotel room. Oh, I like that. Alright, let's try and squeeze some, look at that. Absolutely sopping wet.